Hi everyone, just wanted to show you a project that I've been working on. I actually am a teacher's aide at an elementary school and I needed 21 gifts for my classroom. And I don't know if I'm like everyone else, but being a teacher's aide working 27 hours a week, I need cheap gifts. So what I was able to find this year for them was little composition notebooks. They come out like this, just like this here. I got them at Walmart. They are hard to find because sometimes the Walmart will have a few in and then they'll be out of them for a while. So I kept buying them up every time they had them available. And you can't buy them on Walmart.com. I've tried. They're only available in store. And so anyway, I was able to find them on the aisle that has all the pens and pencils and things like that on it. And so I was able to buy them. So they were 88 cents for a pack of 3. So that makes them very cheap and very affordable. So I didn't like how the composition notebooks are very plain and the covers are a little bit on the thin side, but mostly just because they're so plain. And there's pink, teal, and blue. And so that makes it very hard when you're giving them as gifts for a classroom to find ones for boys, because the only one that would work really would be the blue, unless there's some boys in the classroom that like teal. But that doesn't happen very often. So actually some boys like pink too. So anyway, but it just makes it harder for boys to find albums they like. Plus, when you're a scrapbooker, you like to have some variety. So what I went ahead and did was I went through my stash of papers, because we always have lots and lots of scraps left over, and I'm always trying to find ways to use them up. And so I was able to cover these, and what I do at first is I take the piece of paper and I glue it to the front. I always, on all my scrapbooking, use Glossy Accents. It's my favorite glue of all time because it gives you a little bit of time to move it. But if you just apply a little pressure and a little friction, it dries so fast. And I love it because I don't have time to wait for glue to dry. And another thing that I do, so they don't get too wonky, is I put a lot of weight on top of them. So I just start putting the paper on and piling them on top of each other to have the weight. So this one, you can see I've done the front cover of the pink one with some scrapbook paper that I had. And I'm going ahead and using, for these ones that I'm working on, I'm using this collection here. It's a Nantucket Pink Paisley collection, and it comes in just like 6x6 sheets. I have so many stacks of paper that I love that are just the 6x6 sheets that are hard to use sometimes and make projects with. So I went ahead and pulled out this stack because I had some of the ephemera bits too. And so I went ahead and covered it with paper. And then I started to glue down some dimensional things on there. So I went ahead and popped that off a little bit with some cardboard. And then I have some pop dots on here. I use both cardboard and pop dots. Depends on what it is that I'm sticking down and if I need a whole bunch of really small pieces or whether I can just use one large piece of something. But I'll probably put this here. I might put a little more embellishment on there. And then this album will be done. So that'll give you an idea of how easy it is to decorate. You can use a kit that you already have the items for and make that for your album covers. Or you can go ahead and like for this one, I used some scrapbook paper that I had left over. I always just make sure I have enough to do the back and the front. And you can do the backs and fronts different if you really are trying to use up every last scrap of paper and you want to use smaller ones. And then this here is some of the Graphic 45. I believe it's kind of like wrapping paper, but I went ahead and cut out the pieces of it so I could use for embellishments. So I put that on there. This is another Graphic 45 one that I had some pieces left over. See, this one, the front and the back is different. and I went ahead and used some chipboard and some other little pieces that I had available. Some of these I got really creative with and did a lot of fussy cutting. But again, it's after Christmas. I've already given those away. I do have some pictures of some of them. I'll be posting those on my Facebook. So Scrappin group if you want to see more pictures of more ideas. And I can post those up for you guys. And I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this project.